Hey, my friends, how you doing? It is coffee chat time. There we go. Instagram is on, YouTube is on. Where else am I doing this? LinkedIn. Yes, LinkedIn. Of course, we're all live for coffee chat. This is the Your Book, Your Voice coffee chat, which means you as an author, if you have any questions about the audiobook world, I'm here to answer those questions for you, kind of keep this coffee chat open forum. And though I do have a topic that I'm going to talk about to share with you, but if you ever have any questions about the audiobook world, that's what I do as an audiobook coach and producer, helping authors narrate their own audiobook, getting them set up with the right equipment, teaching them how to set up their own recording space, and then giving you all the tools and techniques that you need as I coach you on how to do an awesome, compelling narration. Yeah, absolutely. And then the beauty of what else that I do as an audiobook coach producer is that this is do it with you. So I do all the editing for you, uploading for you, and all that. So speaking about uploading, this is what I want to share with you today on Coffee Chat, and that is about audiobook distribution. Now, I'm going to just talk about the three main distribution platforms that are out there to get your audiobook distributed. There are others, but I just want to talk about three main ones that are the most popular. So, as an audiobook coach and producer, I very much am a proponent to having you make sure that your audiobook is published on Audible. Okay, Audible, Amazon, Apple, the AAA. The reason for that is that's what most people go to. The general public understands, they know what Audible is. A lot of them have Audible accounts. They listen to audiobooks all the time. That's usually their go-to when it comes to listening to audiobooks, okay? So you really do need to be on those three, the AAA. And the way to get yourself published on that is setting up your publishing account with ACX. That's the company that's the Amazon. It's all under the Amazon umbrella, but ACX is where you get published on Audible, Amazon, and Apple. So with all the clients that I help coach and go through my audiobook coaching program, we definitely get you set up on ACX. And again, like I say, there are other platforms which we're going to dive into in just a minute, but having an account on ACX that you set up that you're in control of is really important, and I'll explain in just a second. Now, there are other platforms that you can sign up to. Like I said, I'm going to cover the most popular. And these other distribution platforms are the ones that can get you on all the other audiobook platforms that you want to be on. So if you want to be on Spotify, if you want to be on Rakuten, if you want to be on Tubi, if you want to be on Chirp, if you want to be on, God, there's so many. There are so many out there. You can go to another distribution company that will get you on, 30, 40 plus other platforms. Now, remember, you got to really consider your marketing strategy because, just throwing yourself out there without a plan, it's the old throwing the spaghetti on the wall and see what sticks, right? That marketing strategy is not a marketing strategy. You got to have a plan, okay? So if you are selling your book, let's say you're getting a bunch of sales off of Amazon, for example, then maybe all you need to do is set up an ACX account and just get published, do your audiobook, and have it published on Audible, Amazon, and Apple. Now, I didn't say this, but just remember that I'm talking about you, the author, narrating your own audiobook, not getting another narrator to do it. You need to do it yourself, okay? Because it's your story and no one can tell your story better than you. A great narrator will do a great job technically, but they're missing the point there when it comes to your emotion, your energy, your authenticity. That's something that only you have, and that's why you narrate your own audiobook. Nonfiction especially. All nonfiction authors need to narrate your own audiobook. Fiction authors as well. It's your story. You wrote it. You know your characters. You need to narrate it. All right. So getting back to the distribution platforms that are out there to get you on Audible, Amazon, and Apple is ACX. Now, there are a couple others that are out there. Authors Republic is one. Find Our Way Voices is another. Now, I prefer, and this is my personal choice, and this is what I have my clients go through if they want to be published on other distribution platforms. A lot of authors are like, "Hey, man, I want to be on Barnes and Noble digital. I want my audiobook available on Spotify. I want my audiobook available on all these other different platforms. I want it in libraries. I want it on my website, actually." So you can have your audiobook distributed by Findaway Voices or Authors Republic. Now, my preference is Authors Republic because I find that company is much more user-friendly than Findaway Voices. And I think that if you're going to have your audiobook published on other platforms, in addition to Audible, Amazon, and Apple, Authors Republic is the route to go. It's easier to set up. It is much more user-friendly. When it comes to payouts and revenue, both Authors Republic and Findaway are pretty similar, actually. But, again, you want to make this as less stressful as possible. And Authors Republic gives you that. And of course, if you are enrolled in my audiobook coaching program, I do take you through the process of setting up both your ACX account and Authors Republic account. Now, these other distribution platforms can get you published on Audible, Amazon, and Apple. However, I highly recommend that you still set up your own ACX accounts because you don't need a middleman to publish you on Audible, Amazon, and Apple, okay? Set up your own distribution on ACX if you want to be on Audible, Amazon, and Apple so that you're in direct control of your product, okay? That's really, really important. You don't need Authors Republic or Findaway Voices or any other distribution platform to publish you on Audible, Amazon, and Apple because they're going to have to go through the same process that you would need to go through anyway to get published on Audible, Amazon, and Apple through ACX. So it's just better to have direct control over that. And yeah, it is setting up a second account, one with ACX, one with Authors Republic. But trust me, in the long run, it's going to be so much better for you to be able to have control over that. Because if you need to make any changes to your audiobook, especially on Audible, then you have a direct line right there, right? You don't have to deal with a middle person going back and forth and trying to get something done. So again, very important. Have two separate accounts, one for ACX, one for Authors Republic. And that's what I do with my clients. And I walk you through it. When you're in the audiobook coaching program, I do walk you through it and we get everything set up as this is a do it with you program that I do with authors. So, again, those are the three main ones that people use. Now, again, there are other audiobook distribution platforms that you can have distribute your audiobook. But I find that these services are the easiest, and there's a reason why they are more popular. So ACX and then Authors Republic is my suggestion. Not a fan of Findaway or a fan of Findaway Voices. All right, so if you are looking to get your book turned into an audiobook that you should and absolutely need to narrate yourself, reach out to me. There's links in the description here on YouTube and LinkedIn, and on Instagram. Go to my profile page, click that link, and book a call with me. Let's have a quick conversation. Let's find out what you want to do. I want to find out more about your book. We'll talk about marketing strategies. I'll give you more details about the Your Book, Your Voice audiobook coaching program. And let's do it, man. It's only a 12-week program. You and I work together. You work with me. I don't send you off to some, virtual assistant out in the Philippines somewhere. No, you work directly with me. And we go through the entire process. Again, I provide you with the equipment you need to set up your own recording space. We go over the details and really do a deep dive into what it takes to do a great audiobook narration. And then as you record, because you have to have your audio edited, has to be cleaned up, has to make sure it meets the exact specs for publication, because if it doesn't, it'll get rejected. And then I upload your audio for you into ACX, into Authors Republic for you, so you don't have to worry about that step. All I want you to do is just worry about doing a great narration, because that's all that matters, right? And that's what I'm here to do. So reach out to me. I'd love to hear from you, hear about your book, and let's get you enrolled. It's only 12 weeks. You can get your audiobook recorded and ready for publication on all those distribution platforms in only 12 weeks. So love to hear from you. Again, if there's a topic that you'd like to discuss or if you have any questions about, put it in the comments and I'll use that as a topic for the next coffee chat. I do this every week just as a fun open forum thing for you, for the authors. And again, if you have any questions, I'm here for you. All right, reach out to me. You can go to robertlanecoaching.com, by the way. There are clips on the homepage if you want to hear other authors who've narrated their own audiobook. Again, they're not professional speakers, but they do such a fantastic job. You know why? Because they are being their true, authentic self. And that is the key to an awesome audiobook, because people want to hear you, the author, tell your story. All right? So don't cut corners. All right, my friends, my final assignment to you is when you're out and about in the world, smile at a stranger, say hello to them. Even give them a compliment, right? Takes that amount of time. But by doing that, you are spreading positivity. And who knows? Maybe someone's going through a rough time, and just being kind to a stranger, that little act of kindness can make the world a difference in that person's life. So be a life changer. I'm Robert A. Lane. This is the Your Book, Your Voice Coffee Chat. Again, if you have any questions about the audiobook world, let me know. I'll be happy to talk about that on the next episode. All right, my friends, you have a great, great day, and we'll be talking to you soon. We'll say goodbye to our LinkedIn and YouTube friends first. Thank you so much for tuning in.